Hello, and welcome to another AASHTOWare project tutorial video. In this tutorial, we will be discussing the creation of daily work reports. Daily work reports are commonly referred to as DWRs. They are created to record work that is performed on a contract for a specific day. Once a DWR is approved, AASHTOWare project uses the item postings contained within the DWRs to calculate the payment amount when creating the payment estimate. There are important things to note regarding DWRs in AASHTOWare project. DWRs can be created before the NTP date. They can only be edited by the creator. They can be copied. They can be deleted while in a draft status. A DWR cannot be created for a future date. A user can create multiple DWRs per day. A DWR can be backdated and created within the time frame of a previously approved payment estimate. Once that DWR is approved, it will be included in the next payment estimate. To create a DWR record and while located on the home screen, select the Contract Progress link. Select the contract. If you do not see your contract, ensure you have contract authority. Select the Daily Work Report tab. Click the Add button. When a DWR is created, AASHTOWare project will default to the current date. This date can be changed. The DWR date, inspector, work performed by contractor, and remark field are required. Enter the correct DWR date. Indicate whether or not work was performed by a contractor by selecting yes or no. Enter the weather information. Enter a general remark in the remarks field. Additional remarks type and remarks can be added if necessary. Once finished, click Save. Afterwards, additional tabs will display. The first tab we will discuss is the DWR Notes tab. Click the Notes tab. The Notes tab should only be used when a DWR is in an approved status. Notes do not have to be entered by the creator and can be entered by any user with contract authority. The Note tab can be used for a variety of reasons, but is useful to describe why a DWR was rejected. The note can later be deleted once the DWR correction has been made. When a DWR is in a draft status, all notes should be entered in the Remarks section located on the General tab. To enter a note, click the New button. Enter the note and click Save. Additional notes can be added by selecting New. Notes can be deleted by selecting the Row Action menu, clicking Delete, and saving. Next is the DWR Contractors tab. Click the Contractors tab. This tab is used to record if a contractor was on site. Additionally, entering a contractor is a requirement in order to enter a DWR item posting. Click the Select Contractors button. Select one or more contractors to add to the DWR. If an approved subcontractor is missing, please contact our subcontractor request administrators. You can also click the subcontractor support link located within the External Links component on the home screen. Afterwards, select the Add to DWR Contractors button. The next step is very important for payroll purposes. Using the checkbox Contractor Not On-Site Payroll Not Required, indicate whether or not the contractor is actually on-site working. There are circumstances that may require you to add a contractor to a DWR when they are not working. However, if you do so on a federal contract, The system will require a payroll entry for that contractor for that week. This requirement can be bypassed by checking this box. This will prevent overdue payroll exceptions when payroll is not required. Once finished, click Save. If you do not save, the contractor will not be selectable on all future tabs. Contractors can be deleted by selecting the row action menu, selecting Delete, and saving. The next tab is the Contractor Equipment tab. Select the Contractor Equipment tab. Contractor equipment must first be set up in the Contract Vendor Assets component before using this tab. Please refer to the manual titled Contract Vendor Assets for guidance. Alternatively, generic equipment can be selected for use. On the row action menu for the contractor, click Select Vendor Equipment. Select one or more pieces of equipment and click Add to DWR Contractor Equipment. Enter the equipment information and click Save. Generic equipment can be selected in the same manner. From the row action menu, click Select Generic Equipment and follow the same steps. Equipment can be deleted by selecting the row action menu, selecting Delete, and saving. Enter equipment for additional contractors in the same manner. The next tab is the Contractor Personnel tab. Click the Contractor Personnel tab. Contractor personnel or employee type must first be set up in the Contract Vendor Assets component before using this tab. Please refer to the manual titled Contract Vendor Assets for guidance. Alternatively, generic personnel can be selected for use. On the row action menu for the contractor, click Select Vendor Personnel. Select one or more personnel and click Add to DWR Contractor Personnel. Enter the personnel information and click Save. Generic personnel can be selected in the same manner. From the row action menu, click Select Generic Personnel and follow the same steps. Personnel can be deleted by selecting the row action menu, selecting Delete, and saving. Enter personnel for additional contractors in the same manner. The next tab is the Contractor Staff tab. Select the Contractor Staff tab. Contractor staff or supervisor name must first be set up in the Contract Vendor Assets component before using this tab. Please refer to the manual titled Contract Vendor Assets for guidance. Generic assets are not used for contractor staff. On the row action menu for the contractor, click Select Staff. Select one or more staff members and click Add to DWR Contractor Staff. Enter the staff information and click Save. Staff members can be deleted by selecting the row action menu, selecting Delete, and saving. Enter staff for additional contractors in the same manner. The next tab is the Agency Staff tab. Click the Agency Staff tab. Agency staff or SCDOT representatives are selected from the AASHTOWare project user list. Click the New button. Select the staff name and click Save. Add additional staff by selecting New. Staff members can be deleted by selecting the row action menu, selecting Delete, and saving. The next tab is the Postings tab. Click the Postings tab. Postings with items installed or items to be paid are entered in this tab. Click the Select Items button. Select one or more items to add to the Postings tab. The search box and filters are useful tools to help select the correct items, contractors, projects, and categories. Filter options can be changed and the system will not deselect previously selected items. When finished, you can click the number of selected link to verify your selections. Afterwards, click Save. Click the Expand Collapse tool to expand the posting. From within the posting, verify that the correct contractor is listed. If you do not see the correct contractor listed, make sure the contractor was added on the Contractor tab. If an item from a subcontractor is missing, please contact our subcontractor request administrators as the item may not be set up correctly, or you may be trying to enter an item before a subcontractor's approval date. You can also click the subcontractor support link located within the external links component on the home screen. Enter the quantity posted. It is a requirement that location information be entered for every posting. Either the location or station from field must contain a value. If station numbers are used, please pay close attention to the field descriptions to ensure they are entered correctly. If an item has a material requirement associated to it, the material set field will automatically contain a value. If there is a value, an acceptance record can be created for this item in the next tab. Do not edit or clear this field. If these values are cleared, there will be errors when approving the DWR. Once you are finished with the posting, click Save. If you overrun on a particular item, a yellow message box will display. This message is only a warning. If the previously entered station numbers were entered properly, they will display correctly in the header. If they are not correct, please re-enter the values. Not doing so could result in reporting or problems with as-builts later in the contract. An item can only be added once to a DWR. However, multiple postings can be assigned to that item. To enter an additional posting for the same item, select the row action menu and click New Posting. To delete a posting, select the row action menu, click Delete, and save. Enter information for all additional postings. The next tab is Acceptance Records. Click the Acceptance Records tab. From within this tab, you can see all of your items posted to the DWR with and without material sets. A filter has been created to only see items with material sets. Expand the item to see the materials associated to the item. You have the option to create a sample record using information from this DWR. The information will be used to pre-populate many fields in the sample record. As stated before, Creating a sample record from the Acceptance Record tab is optional. You can always create a sample record outside of the DWR to satisfy this requirement. To create a sample record here, expand a material record. Enter the represented quantity. Enter the source ID. Enter the sample type. Enter the acceptance method. Once finished, press Save. Click the Row Action menu and click Create Sample. Enter the sample ID and press Save. The sample record will open. Many of the required fields will be pre-populated using the DWR information. To complete the sample as required by the Office of Materials and Research, please refer to their training guides. Once you are finished, navigate back to the DWR. A link to the sample record will now be displayed. You also have the option to copy the sample record if more than one needs to be entered for the material. Enter as many sample records as needed. Once a DWR is completed, it should be submitted for approval. This will let the approver know that it is complete and ready for review. From within the DWR, select the Component Actions menu and click Submit for approval. The status will change from draft to pending approval. To make revisions to a DWR in a pending approval or rejected status, the DWR creator must change the status back to draft. In order to edit an approved DWR, you must request that the approver reject it so it can be changed back to draft. A DWR that is in a draft status can be deleted. Navigate back to the Contract Progress screen. Select Daily Work Reports and locate your DWR. Select the Row Action menu. Click Delete and save. A DWR can also be copied. From the Row Action menu, select Copy. Enter the copy to DWR date and save. AASHTOWare project will copy most of the DWR content. However, vendor asset count and posting quantities will be left blank. These fields will need to be manually entered. A DWR report for a specific date can be obtained by selecting the Row Action menu and clicking the DWR report link. Once a DWR is included in an estimate, the system will generate a copy of this report and attach it to the DWR record as a historical report. A more detailed DWR report can be generated from within the Global Actions menu. You can include multiple DWR dates and set parameters for your report. This concludes this tutorial. If you have any questions about creating a daily work report, please contact the AASHTOWare project administrator. Have a good day.